Ferrari 612 Sessanta. So Sessanta directly translates to 60 in Italian, and that is what this car is. So this car celebrates 60 years of Ferrari. So between 1947 and 2007, that was the existence of Ferrari up to 2007. So Ferrari built, fittingly, 60 vehicles, and they named them all the 612 Sessanta. What they did is they took the already very exclusive 612 Scaglietti, and they gave it a huge amount of refinement, some wonderful mechanical upgrades, and they limited the production run, as I said earlier, to 60 cars. They limited it further to 4 right-hand drive cars. What you are looking at is one of 4 cars ever built. So something extremely rare, extremely special, and in our opinion, destined for a fabulous Ferrari collection out there somewhere. And we'll explain a lot more about this car as we go around. We'll try and explain a lot about the 612 Sessanta itself, and then we'll obviously give you a lot of information about this particular chassis. The registration is RX08BFA. Initially, we'll start with this car has covered 2,500 miles from new, so quite incredible. Again, in all of our research, in all of our homework, before buying this car and since having the car, we feel that this is the lowest mileage car available in the world today. So totally and utterly unique, an incredible proposition. We are extremely privileged to have it here in front of us. Now, I'll run you through some details. The Sessanta had a few updates to make it a special edition car, to make it a unique Ferrari. The main thing is this car is finished in Rosso Mugello, but not all of them, but some of the Sessantas are two-tone. This one is. And the Rosso Mugello runs down the outside of the car, so all of the flanks of the car are Rosso Mugello, which in my opinion is a stunning darker, deeper red. And then it is Nero Pastello through the center, so the whole center section of the car, the bonnet, the roof lining, all the way around to the back, and you'll see as we go around the back of the car how that sweeps around the rear window. That is all Nero Pastello, a beautiful solid black. And then you have this incredible coach line, which is all hand painted, all around the outside where the two colours combine, and that again runs around the body of the car. Absolutely stunning. Now, we'll go through some of the bigger updates, and that's exactly what we want to do. We want to tell you as much as we can, as succinctly as we can, but these things tend to take time because they are so special. So these cars were upgraded in a number of ways, the first being these incredible ceramic polished 20-inch forged alloy wheels. They are absolutely incredible. The wheel itself is beautiful, and the fact that the cars are finished in this manner with this two-tone paint and then throw in a ceramic polished wheel, these cars are so eye-catching. You will never miss one. A Sessanta looks so different to the standard 612 Scaglietti. And then all Sessantas are fitted with carbon ceramic brakes. As you can see there, the Ferrari carbon ceramic brakes, all powered by Brembo. Absolutely as you would expect for a car done 2,500 miles in fabulous, fabulous condition. Now, looking down the side of the car, you've got those famous 612 Scaglietti lines. So where the car is actually paying homage to Scaglietti, that incredible design and coach building house that Ferrari have used, at this point for, the preceding 50 years. Some of Ferrari's most iconic cars were built with Scaglietti. And this car originally, the 612 Scaglietti, was built and designed as a homage to that coach building house. So again, that scallop door, all part of that. And we have obviously spoken to Frank Stevenson, who did have a hand with Pininfarina in designing this car back in, I think, 2004. And we know that he worked heavily with Pininfarina on the outside, but he also, in his words, did a lot of work on the interior too. And if ever there was a special interior, this is it. Amazing features. We'll touch more on it as we go round, but what you can see initially is a completely different center gear tunnel from the standard 612. These incredible diamond stitch seats and diamond stitch door cards. And then obviously you've got that unique 612 Sessanta emblem in the dashboard. And these beautiful Rosso Mugello, so body matching panels on the inside, so all the trims match the body. And we'll come down the side, and I've opened the boot ready to show this to you. So you can see how the detail of the interior continues to the back of the car. And it's a lovely place to sort of sit, and we'll pause and we'll go through some more details about this specific chassis. But at this point, just have a look at how amazing the underside of the boot is there. All hand-stitched, diamond-stitched leather, all on the back of the boot lid there. This incredible 2-floor boot, which has this beautiful luggage compartment here, obviously with the rubber strips there for grip on your luggage, but look how beautifully finished it is. The smell, which you can't see from the camera, you can't take in from the camera, but the smell of the leather is incredible. And then the bespoke 612 luggage set. And underneath that, the boot has another floor, and in there contains the original tool case, all full, completely as you would expect, just as if the car was brand new, which, given the fact that it is 2,500 miles, it's not far off. Now, it's a great opportunity when we're standing here to go through some more details about this car, this specific car. We did a huge amount of homework, and we did a huge amount of due diligence before sort of entering into this market and purchasing this particular vehicle. So this car has had 6 Ferrari main dealer services, so a very good service history when you consider that it's only covered 2,500 miles, and it will be subject to a full recommissioning service before it leaves us. So we are just waiting to have that done. We're just waiting for our slot to get that sorted, and this car will come with all of the fluids changed, belts changed, everything done. So the car will be in perfect order by the time it is ready. Now, we'll go round this car again some more. We'll have a look at some of the incredible features down here. But one thing that I did pick up, and this is me personally, just looking at a lot of these, a lot of the 612 Scaglettis and a lot of the Sessantas, they all have this sort of mesh chrome, highly polished grille here that sits around the exhaust. And you can imagine with the heat of the exhausts, how this tends to wear over time. And a lot of it is prone to rust. You can see a lot of them have sort of wear marks on here and little rusty areas. And if you have a look at this car, I mean, it just gives you an idea of the condition of this car. Look at it, it still looks more or less new in there. And I'm very, very much impressed. It's the small details that you pick up on when you're looking at these examples. And finally, before we move on from this part of the car, what we will touch on is how we did our due diligence regarding this specific vehicle, how we could verify its mileage, how we believe that this car is as special as it is. And now, we had the car plugged in, we had absolutely everything measured, so we had the carbon ceramic discs measured. They were at 6% worn, front and rear, so worn evenly and barely worn, so good to know that they're in nearly new condition. The clutch wear is at 6% as well, so the clutch is in fantastic order. And as it sits today, the car is adorned with its original tyres. So the dot marking on the tyres go back to 2008, so the car is on all of its original tyres. So the car is about as original as it gets at this point. So a really, really fabulous story, everything backed up exactly as it should be. Now we'll move around the driver's side, and we'll try and show you some more of this amazing interior. And if the cameraman wants to go in and have a look, you can have a look at some of the changes, but that center gear tunnel for me is such a work of art. An amazing update, and it sort of flows into the back, and I'll be able to show you that in a second. If the camera, unless the camera can get round there, you can see how it flows into that rear center aircon vent, which is completely different to a standard 612. It's a complete update. And what you're looking at now is the electrochromatic roof. Now that is, again, unique to the Sessanta. That has 3 settings, so you can change the amount of light that is able to pass through that roof from completely open, so you can have a huge amount of light coming through it, to obviously in its shut-off mode, which obviously makes the roof as opaque as possible and obviously reduces the amount of light that comes into the cabin, which is, you know, is actually fabulous. It obviously, being a 2008 car, this is probably high-level technology of the time, but it works beautifully. We've tested it, it runs, it works, it's brilliant. Now I'm going to jump in and I'm going to try and show you around some of the features inside as best as I can, and I will be careful as I go, because I'm sure, as you can probably tell from this camera, from the camera so far, the car is like new inside, exactly as you'd imagine, but it is like new. So we've even got the original plastic shielding still connected to this foot plate on the side here, which is obviously designed to stop the side of my foot wearing against the side of the car there, the interior part carpet side of the car. You've got these incredible door cards, again unique to the Sessanta, with this amazing, it's magnetic These amazing door pockets that just, as you can see, they just flick back in because they're magnetic. Again, totally unique to the Sessanta. And this incredible dark tan interior, which for me, with the colour scheme, if I'd ordered one at new, this is how I'd have ordered it. I think for me, it's the perfect combination. And if you look at the steering wheel, I mean, it looks like no one has ever held it. It really is that good. The Sessanta also, as you can see in the dashboard, it gives you all of its uniqueness. As soon as you fire the car up, you get all the messages to tell you what you're in. You've got your little plaque here to commemorate the 60 years of Ferrari and the car's unique number. And then one of the nice mechanical upgrades is these cars are fitted with the F1A gearbox, which is absolutely a different animal to the previous gearbox that was fitted in a 612. So massive updates on the internals to speed up the gear shifts, software updates as well. So this car drives completely differently. So what we have under the bonnet, and I will show you that in a minute, I'll actually pop back out and I'll open the bonnet and show you that, is Ferrari's 5.75 litre V12 engine, which has been heavily modified from the 575 Maranello, and it produces 540 brake horsepower. So a really, really powerful big GT car, especially when you remember that this car is from 2008. Some other wonderful features in here. You've got everything, as I said earlier, is body coloured. So this Rosso Mugello finish, it follows all of the trim on the inside of the car. It all matches up. It's just, as I say, everything in here is exactly as it should be and just as special as it was on day one. I mean, even down to the Ferrari, I think this is an ashtray, but it's never been used. But it's lovely, and it's all here, it's all original, nothing's been taken away from the car. The car's exactly as it should be, even down to the book pack. The manual's all full and all bespoke to Ferrari 612 Sessanta. Everything's there, and for all of those Ferrari aficionados, your Ferrari Maglite is there still too. So, as good as it comes, in my view. These cars are also upgraded with the Bose Hi-Fi system, which is fabulous, and the reverse camera, which I'm sure you picked up on earlier. I will turn around and open the bonnet. And there's just a little lever under the driver's steering column there. And we'll come and open the bonnet and show you the amazing V12 that's in this car. Now the Sessanta at point of production, much like its 612 Scaglietti cousin, or brother I would say, shares the same engine. As I said earlier, the 5.75 litre V12 removed and updated from the 575 Maranello for this car. Now, this car was the largest Ferrari ever produced at point of production. That is the 612 Scaglietti itself. So the largest wheelbase, wider, and it replaced the 456M. But most importantly, it was considerably lighter. So Ferrari made the car much bigger. They made the rear seats a lot more spacious, so you could get four adults comfortably into this car, but they reduced the weight heavily. So this car still has those Ferrari driving dynamics. That was the brief. Build a car that's comfortable for four people, but it's lighter than its predecessor, more modern technology, a better gearbox, and keep the amazing Ferrari driving dynamics that are necessary for it to adorn that badge, for that badge to adorn the car. So to summarize, we're going to go around all of the key moments of this video, all of the key points of this car, and try and succinctly put them together for you. So this car is a one owner example, one owner from new. It's done 2,500 miles from new. It's one of only 60 examples made in the world, one of only 60 612 Sessantas made in the world. And better than that, it's one of only 4 right-hand drive cars ever made. We believe it's the only right-hand drive car for sale in the global market at this minute in time. And we believe that this is the best one. Now, it will be subject, as I said earlier, to a full recommissioning service. And it's got a very comprehensive Ferrari main dealer service history consisting of six services. So a really, really beautiful car with beautiful provenance, totally unique and very, very much ready, to be a proud part of somebody's amazing car collection. Ferrari 612 Sessanta, absolutely phenomenal. I hope the video's helped. My name is Matthew. Thank you very much for watching.